Hey, this is Josh West, and I just want to give you an update over the interim of some things that have been going here at the Capitol. A few weeks ago, I put out the working group. It's a bipartisan, bicameral working group after the medical marijuana passed, and so this is our third week. We've heard from several groups dealing with this. We're kind of in the information phase of this at this point, and I would say my personal opinions, and all of our personal opinions, don't matter at this point. It's a state question that passed by the people, so we're tasked with being responsible and upholding the will of the people. There's some things though that we need to make sure that we are addressing, like the safety mechanisms in place for chemicals and pesticides. Are we ensuring that you are going to get a safe product? You're going to be using this medicine. There's things like that I have questions about with the taxation part of it. We don't tax pharmaceuticals, and so this is a medicine. And so we don't tax medicine in Oklahoma, so is that going to cause us further problems down the road? And of course, there's other states that have passed this type of legislation, and we are using the other states to help us as we implement this. Like I said, I think the working group so far has been productive, and the bottom line is that this has to happen. We're tasked with doing this, and we'll get the job done. Another thing I want to talk about, I've got a lot of phone calls and emails over the last week about the ODVA inspection. It was the Oklahoma Department of Veterans Affairs was audited by the state auditor, Gary Jones, and getting a lot of questions about that. There were no financial wrongdoings found, no unlawful conduct found. However, there were some serious findings that need to be addressed, and myself and members of the Veterans Caucus are getting ready to make a formal request to the state auditor to get all documentation that was involved with that audit. And I think it's imperative that we are transparent with this. And so I haven't come out with a public statement. I won't until I get all the information. Another issue in my district is the driver's license testing. And I know that we're dealing with huge lines, and I have been working with the Department of Public Safety on this. Last week, the computer systems crashed. It was kind of a perfect storm. They were doing an update. During the update, the system crashed, and so it was down for about 2 days. And during those 2 days, it created a huge backlog. And so I know, specifically like in Grove, Miami, Veneta locations, we're dealing with huge lines. And I was meeting with the Department of Public Safety this morning. Some things that they are doing, and they realize it's not acceptable, and it's not. They are, however, they're working the issue. As of tomorrow, there'll be 11 additional people that will graduate their course that will be sent out through the state. And I'm told in September they will hire an additional 10 personnel, to help address these issues. There's also some stuff they're going to do with technology. While you're maybe waiting in line, you're not going to have to wait there. You'll be given a number, and if you got shopping you got to take care of or other things, and then you'll receive a text when it gets close to your time to go through the line. With the budget cuts over the last before I got here, 4, 6, 8 years ago, we did cut some spots, and so I look forward to working with the Department of Public Safety, working on funding some of these additional. I think there's 21 unfunded positions right now, so. It's very important to rural Oklahoma. We don't have the luxury of Tulsa and Oklahoma City, and we have to drive a long ways to get these licenses. So that's some of the issues that we're working on. It's been a busy interim so far. I've got a study coming up with our sheriff's departments on bringing our sheriff's deputies into a 20-year retirement system, and so we should be doing that here towards the end of the summer. And before I leave you here, I just want to welcome back our students. They'll be starting school here this week and next week. I know Grove is next week. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your summer, and get in there and stay hooked up. I want to wish our teachers a great year. We think about you. My family prays for you, and we appreciate what you do. And so we wish you all a great beginning to the school year, and I look forward to working with you. So thank you, District 5. As always, I'm humbled to do this job, and I appreciate every single one of you. I get lots of calls and emails, so please continue to keep in contact with me with any issues you have. That's my job, is to serve you, and that's the best part of the job, is being able to help you take care of issues you may have. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon.